Hello, how are you? Welcome to Stitch in Time. I am Boise. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you had a chance to stop in, hit the play button. However this thing works, I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly a computer scientist. I'm clumsy when I go around the web page, but I am getting better at it with help from younger people. There you go. I got to keep my lines of communication open so that they can help an old guy like me understand the 24th century. Cheers to the future. Cold coffee with just a touch of cream. It's just my thing. This is what I sip on, and either that or water, because I'm in Houston. I think today's temperature is 95. Too much coffee dehydrates you, so you have to have a couple cups of these. The rest of the night it's water. So keeps you alive, keeps you healthy, keeps you focused. But anyways, like I said, welcome. Glad you had a chance to stop in. We have the book out again. You're familiar with it already, right? Happiness One Day at a Time. June 21st. This one's kind of interesting. They all are interesting. But it's these things that when it's your topic of the day, it's like it just kind of hits you like, wow, I've never thought of this recently or at all. Maybe in your situation, or maybe you just did. So it just is a refresher. But today is mutual respect. Remember, that's about communication. It's always about communication, right? Unquestionably, mutual respect is the most critical element in communication. How can I encourage those around me to share honestly if I do not give them the respect and the right to express their own thoughts and points of view? I was reading points of view as well, and then Cece came up and put her butt right in my face there. So another point of view I tried to ignore, but she's just trying to express herself, right? How can I express myself freely if I'm in contact with a person who does not respect me? Each person has a specific life experience, a specific vision of things, and most importantly, a fundamental right to be themselves under all circumstances. Today, I encourage communication by showing my respect to others and by demanding their respect in return. Demanding, that seems a bit strong at the end, even for a happiness book. If you're in the middle of a conversation, I think you have to be demanding about it. I think it's not even worth talking to that individual. That's my point of view. Why bother fighting? But respect for each other. It's very important. I had to learn that right away when I went into treatment. You look at people and you can't help it, but you will try to judge them. This person, I don't like him. I don't like their hairstyle. I don't like the way their face looks. This person has resting bitch face. They're serious. They look mean. Might be the nicest person in the world. Need to open up communication and let them be themselves. When we're in a group situation, someone would start talking about themselves, their life experiences. And at first, I was like, oh Christ, I don't want to listen to this. What the hell is this person even to me? Why do I gotta listen to it? Now, under a lockup situation like I was, I had 12 guys that were locked up with me in my group. There was another group of 12 as well. I just called our group the Dirty Dozen. And after a while, I got to know each individual by listening to their life experience. When you're in a group setting, you need to listen to the other person's life experience. The person that you just misjudged by their face or by their hair or by the way they sat, God forbid the color of their skin, their religion. If you have that kind of a shitty filter, you're going to have to try to adjust that, trust me, because you're not seeing the world as it is. Newsflash, if you haven't been around long enough, assholes come in all different colors, okay? And they're in all different religions, and they're all different political parties. They all come from different countries, and every country has their fair share of them. So, Drum roll. Brrr. You can't tell it by judging the book by looking at its cover. Listen to it, you'll be amazed. The person who you think is the least likely to have anything common with you might be the person that shares a story that touches your heart, and you realize, oh my God, that person went through the same crap I did. Wow. And that I experienced in my Dirty Dozen circle every night when we all came back from work and we were under lockup, court order lockup, and we were in a halfway house for 3 months. And you were really sad when that person got sprung. They were out of your life, and then a new person came in and it challenged you again. Oh my God, there's someone new. They don't belong here. What are they doing here? How come they're here? Why do I have to listen to them? Oh, there's a pattern developing. I'm the one giving the resistance. I need to open up. If I want respect, and I demand respect, well then I should demand of myself to give others respect. Give them their fair share to speak. Listen to them. Encourage them. You'll find out that they're in the same situation you are. You are all brothers and sisters in arms. You all have a lot more in common than you may have with your best friend, your best favorite family member. And these are people that you would have never maybe brought home for dinner to meet your family, ever. These may be people you might not have even used with, but chances are during your fall from grace before you hit rock bottom, you may have partied with just anybody at that point because you didn't care. Not that you were trying to be friends with them. They had something that was in common: drugs, booze. They were your best friends in the world for at least 15 minutes. Then after that, you give a crap about them. Let's be honest. And a lot of those people, when you look back over your shoulder, if you're as old as I am, you don't have to be 56 years old. You could be 26. You could be 16. There are some deaths. They're gone. Those are people that are no longer with you. So we have casualties in our lives, and as you go along, trust me, you'll get more. They're drug-related casualties. Casualties that didn't have to be. I used to always look at myself, and I'd even joke when I was drinking and say, yeah, well, I'm going to end up being a warning sign on the highway of life. That's what you become when you become a casualty. The only problem is only a certain select group that you've been associating with would ever see that sign. Not like you're really a billboard in Houston and everyone's going to read it when you go by. Not the case. So it's a very small group of people, and you are soon forgotten or thought about in just boy, what a bummer. That guy was really cool. That girl was, she was something else. Yeah, and heroin killed her. Yeah, so that's a dangerous drug. I wouldn't mess with it. Thank God I'm just, I'm just working on cocaine. I'm just doing booze. It's the situation that you're in that puts you in that bad situation. When you get out of it, these little things from the Happiness One Day at a Time book is for communication. It's communication. It's how you listen and how you openly react to others. You are going to have that resistance of mutual respect. You're not going, right now, even if you've been sober for a year, 6 months, 3 days, you still need to look at that. 6 years, you need to look at that. Because we tend, like for me, 30 years, I need to look at that. I need to be reminded of that. I will soon become blind of it, and I will not listen and respect others. And then be shocked at the fact that they don't respect me. How can it be? I can be pompous and say, well, I've been sober for 30 years. They should respect me. No, they don't have to. No one does. I have to respect others if I expect to be respected in return. It is always a two-way street communication. Trust me, when you start respecting people, you will start having better relationships. You will start having deeper, meaningful relationships with others. Very important. These are the little building blocks that keep you strong, that keep your foundation sturdy, very sturdy. These are things to grow on. These are things to move on and build your fortress that keeps you strong and safe, like a castle. And these are the things that you can look back and say, I feel successful because not only am I sober, I'm able to reach out and communicate with others. And it suddenly becomes important to you. This is an important thing to me. This is why this book is important to me. Little things daily to remind us what we need to just focus on. Sometimes it might be something you're not too familiar with. Sometimes it could be something you're very familiar with. But focusing on these things is what helps. I had someone say the other day, I just try to be sober, just get through one day at a time. I'm just going to be sober. I'm just going to go through one day at a time. That's all I'm going to do. And then from there, I'm going to find other ways. And he's finding his path through religion, which is cool as well. So he's learning Bible verses and things that will help him open up and communicate with others. His name is Chris. And I've known him for a few years, and I really encourage him. He puts that stuff up on Facebook, so all his friends and family can see. And he's got a large family, and he's got a couple little young daughters, and he is doing his best to be the best dad possible. This man always faces setbacks. He still rises above. Like we said before, we're going to get knocked down. It's how you get up. And this guy is like a boxer, like a weightlifter. He's really strong looking, and he's a very strong man. He's like a Rocky. And it just goes to show you that no matter how physically strong you are, you can have an Achilles heel. And you might not be able to reach people emotionally. And these are things that you work on. And he tries to open up. And he does it through the Bible, and he does it through his teachings that he's going through to his particular church he goes to. And I noticed that he's been going to other churches as well, so he's always searching. A lot like Bono, still haven't found what you're looking for. I'm the same way. Because we're always looking for something specific. We're always looking for like the magic pill, which is ironic because some of us have problems with pills as well because it's addiction. We try to look for the magic elixir. Just want that magic drink. There, I'm cured. It's not how it is. But that's the whole thing we talked about before. We'll mention it from time to time. Life is a journey. It isn't a finish line. I made it. The sad truth is, drum roll, brrr, death. Death is your finish line. Death is your finish line. So try to live your life as strong and as progressive as you can and as truthful as you can by moving yourself forward. By moving yourself forward, you will suddenly not just be the joke of the family, you will be the leader of your family. Whether it's your family, the family you were born into, the one that you created with another person. People are looking up to you whether you realize it or not. Might even be coworkers. Make sure you give everyone the opportunity to communicate with you. It's important that you become a leader that listens, a leader that reaches out, a person who is sympathetic to other people's problems because you have many problems yourself. And while you're fixing your problems, you're going to find that other people are broken as well. You can only make suggestions if they ask. because they will start asking you when they realize you are sober, you are strong, you are continuing. How can I have my life be as good as yours? I want to be like people come to me. I want to be like Boise. How did Boise become this? How in the world did a guy like that ever become a leader in anything? I saw him drunk in the gutter. I saw him with vomit on his shirt. I saw him piss on his own shoe. I saw him pass out in his own sick. It's amazing how it's how you get up. And it's how you walk away from the wreckage. And we all have wreckage we're walking away from. Our goal is not to create any more wreckage. Whether it's just stay sober for this day, 24 hours, I will not use no matter what. It's a hard road to take. It's like putting on a helmet, and it's like being in battle. But that's the way it is. And these forms of communication is what's going to help you. It's going to help you release the demons and the darkness that's inside of you, and also realize it's a bridge to other people. They will do the same. This is how you bond. This is how you have deep, deep, meaningful relationships with other people. This is the key and the cornerstone to being strong. So please keep that in mind. And if you can, get yourself a copy of this book. But if you don't, you can just listen to me every day. We do an episode, mutual respect. I respect you. I respect the fact that you're listening, you're tuning in, and creating a community in which we can all grow and be strong. So once again, thank you. Thank you for showing up, stopping in, showing your concern. Peace and love. Peace and love. I love you all. Thank you very much. Have yourself a great day. Thanks for stopping in and checking out Stitch in Time. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Appreciate it.